cruise across the map. You have the Shen who arrive to Standing United. They're going to lock it in, as well as the Void Rush from the Rek'Sai. So several members of Longzhu can just snap across the map in an instant, and just 1,000 people.
And that was the maximum it held, but I think that was some temporary seeding, which we'll see what the real number is. Worth noting, as we're back in game, and Crazy
coming through. He is able to clip Crazy.
Double fervor, Achilleos.
Yep, just starts wailing away at him. Comes up with the first blood. Hands that one over to Expression. So a nice
rotation. There was a pink ward at red.
They're going to go ahead and use the Stand United to come down into the bottom lane. Splash forward, finds Totoro. He's going to flash away, throws out the tether to try to keep himself alive. By a little bit of time, he's able to lock up Crash. The Shadow Dash comes right back in, and the double fervor yet again doing work. That's going to be a second kill picked up.
It's Aurelion Soul.
Expression has this, and yeah, Gorilla takes the turret aggro, goes low, but with the arrival of Fly and Crash taking up the turret.
Crash.
The heal from Bray, just enough to keep him up, and with that, difficult getting any wave past him.
A pretty big cost to give up Flash on specifically Crash, as we're seeing a big fight
Flash
here.
Forward, the Chain of Corruption comes down, finds Gorilla. He goes low, but the Stand United is here, and Expression on arrival gets the Shadow Dash off onto Bless. They're able to take him down as Gorilla comes up with a kill. Now Crazy going in onto Fly, piercing arrow, connects onto Gorilla, takes him out. Crash pops over the wall with the blasting code, but no one else is able to follow. Expression's going to have to down.
BBQ with their team comp do not want to surrender an Infernal Drake as well as engage on Fly.
Crazy goes right into Fly. Arcane smashes him back towards BBQ, but no one is there. He collapses. Meanwhile, Gorilla gets hit by the Cocoon, and he's going to go down as Temp finds the killing blow. Plus, going over the wall, but immediately has to back off as he flashes over to safety. But Crazy is able to find Bray. Two members down to the side of Longzhu. The bank for him to go ahead, back and finish off. Just from that Zeal purchase.
I mean, all the items on the side of BBQ spike earlier.
Crash going in, Repel comes through from Bless. He's going to jump away from Gorilla, but the Ash Arrow comes in as well as the Shadow Dash. They lock him down, and he is going to fall. Gorilla coming up with a kill yet again. Temp trying to just chip somebody down over the wall with the rocket. Doesn't have that many places to go. Has to flash away from the Chain of Corruption. Stand United comes down onto the Ash. He throws out the arrow, but he misses Bless completely. And he is chunked out. He's going to have to keep healing back. One more piercing arrow from Ghost might just be able to finish him off. Won't be in range quite yet, but oh boy, Crazy going to go for a ride as he gets on top of Gorilla. They're able to finish him off as Temp just pops him from the back line. Making use of those rockets. There's no tier 1 turret up top. Longzhu have to head for the hills, try to get back to the sanctity of that tier 2. Bray, a hit from Dead Flash for the big one. Not going to get it, but the Cocoon comes through from Bless. They line him up, they take him down. Temp comes up with the kill in the end, all the same. To deny it. They're chunking this down. The turret goes down. Expression has not started channeling quite yet. Under 3K, Ash Arrow comes through, locks up Bless, big pop-up coming through from Crash. Bless goes up with a Repel, but he's almost dead. Comes down straight on top of Fly, and he kills him with a Voice of Light. That's going to be a huge opening for Longzhu if they could just keep Bray alive. Looks like he's not going to be able to. As Crazy just rips him apart, but Fly is just going in, finds Steps, going to be looking for Ghost now. He can just line up those stars, a couple more hits. There we go. Fly, the triple kill. Bray's dead, Gorilla as well, but it doesn't matter. 4 members of BBQ wiped right off the face of the rift, and Longzhu will pick up the Baron.
Fly solo occupied both AD carries and the support in the backline after killing Bless as he came down. He won that fight single-handedly. Didn't have a great start. Just finally finishing his first true support item.
Yep. Oh, Crash though. Gonna get caught, takes a hell of a lot of damage. Here comes the package. Just runs it right down through the lane. And they will take him out. Temp goes low, has to flash out into the back lane. And he is actually gonna get absolutely
Fly's a huge dragon
as Fly just comes in with a Voice of Light and helps take him down. Crazy doesn't really know which way to go. The GA is gonna get popped, and you have to expect that he's gonna fall after this one. Go forward with twisted advance, tries to lock down Fly, flashes over the wall, actually might be able to make it out with
But remember, Crash can just ult back in and they can start the Baron pretty safely. That's why you see BBQ can't recall. Maokai is able to teleport back himself. Baron's down to about half health.
DP coming in on
Might be
the
too
other
late.
side of the pit. Yeah, Crazy trying to arrive with the flurries just coming out from Bright. You can see the teleport will be canceled. All of that damage has gone away. Catch Crash yet again, but he's got tunnel system set up to get himself out into the Dragon Pit, but Gorilla won't be so fortunate. Still very squishy on the Zyra, didn't have the flash available as he used it in the last fight, so he's going to
Started off with heal back when he started playing this champion. Exhaust, we've seen Cleanse, now we're seeing the Ghost for roaming. Notice this game, no one's really tanky on the side of BBQ, only with dual buffs. That's how good the wave clear is on the side of BBQ. So even with Elder Drake buff and Baron. They're struggling to break that first turret as kill off screen.
All right, it's actually going to be a double kill, though, as Fly goes in. He takes out Bless and Tempt. We're going to have to get a replay of that at some point. Might not have another chance before the game ends, though, because Longzhu, they're going straight over onto the Nexus turrets. And without that Corki present, without that Cocoon threatening the squishies of Longzhu, they feel perfectly free to go ahead and shove up and knock down these Nexus turrets. Ghost has to try to exit up towards his top tier 2. He still gets taken out in the end. And that is just going to be the end of it here. Longzhu, 45 minutes, a bit longer than they would have liked. BBQ did give them a run for their money at the start of the game, but they're able to close it out. 1 up in this best of 3, and 1 step closer to another win.
My pocket pick is Aurelion Sol. Hand me the MVP, says Fly, who gets it done once again. His consistency on this pick. They were on red side. They were able to hide it for as long as they could. But BBQ kind of gave them this option. They blind picked top, they blind picked mid, the safest and in some ways strongest in both lanes, but even strong picks on paper are exploitable in different ways. Smart pathing from Crash and the double fervor got them first blood on the Maokai, got the Shen going in the early game. On our screens, we're seeing the Aurelion Sol burst down both
Voice
the
of
Elise
Light,
and the Corki. Death Cap, Voice of Light, Void Staff. You can do the math. Really clean stuff there from Fly. And BBQ gave them an option. They gave them that draft. Let's see how things change on the and no front line. A Shen for a front line, but Shen's not really grouped very often. And as I said, there were 3 champions to be considered given the meta champion pool. Cassiopeia banned. We will get the Corki.
He could pay for that one with his life, because he doesn't have that much damage yet from items. Fly going forward, seismic shove, not going to connect. Exhaust comes through, and he just disappears. 50% to 0. Crash comes up with the isolation damage and gets first blood. Objective.
I mean, even more critical was Longzhu setting the pace of this game. I mentioned they needed to do it.
Double Shadow Dash here for Expression. Gets the shield, throws down the dodge field. Can he get out? Flashes away. They could tank that up and try to go for the dive, but meanwhile, back in mid, Gorilla, he gets taken out as Totoro comes up with a kill.
Expression got the maximum value.
Damage from being isolated is just too great. Has to jump out of there with a flash. And now a Chain of Corruption landing on the Tempt. Here comes the Shadow Dash. They take him out. Bray comes up with a kill. Bless trying to offer some bolas from the sidelines, but has to peel out of there. And that might be 1 item Ghost. Expression will get jumped on. Goes in with the Shadow Dash, still taking a lot of damage. Flashes away.
Oh boy.
But the root comes through. Ace in the hole there to line up. And Ghost is able to net himself a kill, but that's going to be Longzhu pushing over towards his Baron. They're working it down. Already almost a half HP. The Weaver's Wall comes out, locking Fly and Crash inside of the pit. It's going to be crazy, popping over on the backside.
2000.
Maelstrom. Can he stop this? Not going to happen. Smite comes through. Crash takes it away, but now Longzhu need to get out of
Rengar.
here. Tempt poking in from the sidelines. Rengar coming in from below. Can they find the kill? Break. It's a lot of damage in on the Tempt, but he comes up with a kill all the same. Now Fly completely cut off. Crazy and Totoro will be able to deal with him. He goes down. Bless won't be able to find his way in for a 3rd kill. He'll get a blue buff.
But down last time out.
Specian trying to get out of here, but the seismic shove is able to interrupt the Stand United. He'll throw down the dodge field, trying to get some damage in on the Ghost, but
Ghost does not do damage.
You have to expect that Specian should be falling, especially, yep, there we go. Totoro wrapping her on the backside, not even needed. The Ace in the hole finishes him off. That's 2 kills now over onto the Caitlyn. The rest of Longzhu now Bless.
Rengar's coming in as well.
Yeah, he's charging his way down. The Redemption will get popped. No one's going to take the heal. Whatever. But here comes Bless. Weaver's Wall thrown out, and Gorilla and Expression making a really bad decision. Fly is here to try to back up his Shen, keep him alive. He'll be able to dash over the wall to get himself out to safety, but now that's going to be crazy going in with the Twisted Advance, locking down the Corki pit package, coming through.
Fly's
just
popping
burning
off.
them out. That's going to be Tempt going down, and Fly comes up with the double kill. Can he make it more? Killing blow does go over to Crash. Now Ghost getting chunked out. Root very crucially connected.
And then used it afterwards, but regardless, nice turnaround. Fly hitting his power spikes. They get some kills, and you can see in the picture-in-picture, they're rushing down Baron. They're getting it fast.
Yep, they go ahead. They take that one out. It doesn't seem likely. Looks like they might just get snuffed out. Crazy getting locked up, takes a lot of damage, knocked down to half HP already, and the first Nexus turret will fall. Tempt throws out the Weaver's Wall to try to cut them off and keep them off of it, but it's just not going to work out. Nexus now exposed, the minions crashing, and you have to think that this is going to be the end. Redemption comes down, won't find anybody. Ghost goes low. He'll jump back towards that fountain. Crazy into the front line, gets taken out. And without the Maokai, without that tanky frontliner, that's just going to be the game. As the Nexus very slowly gets chipped away, but there we go. Longzhu, 33 minutes on the clock, able to go ahead, clinch that one out, and they come up with a 2-0 victory over BBQ.
Longzhu, we learned something from that Game 2 draft. They go all in on a poke comp with no real chance of bringing it back if they fall behind, and they execute on it. It's the second part that is the key takeaway. This team can play siege comps that other teams might struggle with because they're just smart in their decision-making early. They got the Varus so far ahead that Ghost was always clearing waves much to the second. He was always second to the wave, always having his turrets go down. And Longzhu finally take their game score away from 50%. They were 5-5 coming into that series. They're now 7-5, and speaking of 5, I believe they will, at least for the time being, go ahead of BBQ Olivers and now be the sole occupiers of 4th spot.
Yep, they should be.